wear one. My head is kind of small, so I don't really look good in hat, so I don't really wear them too often.
What about the backpack going on over here?
You know, I don't know. That's his personal style. I don't like it too much. So.
Any different feelings about just kind of the way the summer went, and guys all talked all summer long about being closer and kind of feeling like it was a different vibe? How much of that did you buy into, and how much different maybe are things today?
I think it's a lot different. I've had the advantage of being here for a while. So you can see the change through our program, the dedication that some of the guys have. We did a lot of our team runs just with our play career. It was strictly through us. It wasn't a lot of coaches out here and things like that. So the dedication definitely picked up over the years.
And then as the states are getting closer and closer the past few weeks, how eager were you just to get back out there and get started?
I'm really excited. You know, it's my last year to make a change in the program, to try to get us to a little bit better season than we have been. So I'm really excited to get started and just to get better for the season.
Has there been any talk about, I mean, you play a couple days earlier than you have in recent years, getting started on a Thursday, which I assume means game preparations will start a little earlier. Have you all talked about maybe a shortened window, especially defensively, where you're trying to make sure you learn the things or retain the things from the spring?
Well, not necessarily a shortened window, but we're just really excited to have a platform like that Thursday nights. You know, we should be the only game on 9:15. It's just really exciting to kind of display what we have going throughout the year. What we have learned through the spring and the summer, and it's a really good platform to start the season.
You said you'd like to get a little bit better record than last year. Does the team as a whole have a goal for the season?
Well, definitely. You know, we come out, we want to win every game. We start camp with just one game at a time. We're gonna start with Western, and next time I interview, then we'll start talking about the next team. But we definitely just want to go one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and just make sure we prepare the best for each team.
What's the main things you guys need to accomplish over these, before you get to the first game?
I just really getting back to football. We've kind of been off for a little while. You know, we've been doing a little bit of 7-on-7, doing a little bit of running, but it's a little bit of a different dynamic when we come out with the coaches, kind of start doing the schemes a little bit more, and just really getting back to knowing what football is, getting into the season, hitting each other a little bit more, just getting back to what football really is.
Are you curious to see how much guys retained on the defensive side of the ball from the new system in the spring?
I think that we retained a lot. I've personally, we've held meetings. We called our own plays like when we were doing 7-on-7, so it seems like they really remember it, really good. It's a really exciting defense, and we kind of displayed that throughout our 7-on-7.
Anthony, you've been through this before, and you've been through the grind of camp, but what can you tell some of those younger guys that don't know what to expect?
But really just to go through and don't take mistakes personally. A few years ago, I used to take mistakes really hard. Just, you always want to be perfect. You want to show the best that you can do. But one thing I have learned is, football is really a game of mistakes. If you didn't make one, then it really wouldn't be a good game. So just make sure that you go through, do the best that you can, and we'll correct mistakes in the film room.
Well, that's a nice, eloquent Anthony Mosley. Guy was presents himself in a lot of class. They tell me you are the most vocal guy on defense. Is that true?
Well, yeah, it really was the urgency to make sure that we had a leader on the team, especially on defense, and just to make sure that we can do it the right way. I try to instill the Kentucky way to some of the young guys, just to get a culture and a tradition around here that we haven't had in a while. So I've really been trying to just get that across to all the guys, just to make sure that our tradition is being carried out through each team we have.
You have any decibels in your voice?
Excuse me?
You have any decibels in your voice?
Yeah, some guys you have to talk to them a little bit differently, but they really have. I think they really got the message over the summertime, and it's just really enlightening to see what they have.
Who's some of the new guys you're curious to see?
I think one of the most exciting that I've seen. I can't even think of the names right now. With some of the young receivers, all of them are really good throughout 7-on-7. So we think we'll have a lot of new offensive firepower to replace Randall Cobb and Chris Matthews. So it's exciting to see how offense will be.
How big of a challenge is that when you lose guys of that caliber and trying to get some new guys in? I mean, that's got to be one of the things you guys are hoping to accomplish during camp.
Well, so it's a little bit of a challenge for them to play a new level of football, especially to start off in the SEC. But it happens every year. You lose players through the NFL and through graduation. So this would be a normal challenge that football team goes through.
You've been on the offensive side of football before. You went to defense, obviously, and being a receiver. How does the quarterback balance out getting everybody involved and also balance that out with winning? Everybody thinks, well, I would have 7-8 carries I catch his game, and I was hoping maybe he wasn't even wasn't home. How does the quarterback balance it out? I was going to be talk to Mark about on that. Can you address that?
Yeah, I think that he just balanced it out by just making sure that we had positive plays. no matter who you throw it to, whether it's a long game, 5 yards, or it's a quarterback scramble, 2 or 3 yards. Make sure there's no negative plays. The coach ever really liked to instill in us. He did it when I was a receiver. He's still doing it now, so I can tell it's really important. Just make sure that we're going forward and never backwards on offensive possessions.
What absolutely sucks about camp? Is there something that's just awful that you're like, man, I got to deal with this for the next 3 weeks?
Well, football is always fun. The camaraderie is always fun. But the only thing that you can never beat is everywhere in the country, just the heat. You know, it's just really hot. So sometimes you get a little bit more frustrated because of the heat. You get a little bit more fatigued than you normally would maybe in the middle of the season. So that really be the only downfall, I think, for camp.
Do they take away your phones, keys, all that stuff still? Do you have to sleep on those 1/4-inch mattresses over in the dorms and all that stuff?
Well, they take away our keys, but phones and all that kind of stuff. It's probably not necessary to take away. We don't have a whole lot of time to talk on them anyway. But you know, they don't really take a whole lot away from us. They try to make sure that we know that we need to be responsible with what we have. And you know, camp is camp. You want to get better personally. It shouldn't be forced by the coaches.
Guys, switch. Anybody need to talk to Randall?
Thanks,
Anybody need